Hello, social media friends. It's Jeremy Rowland, and I think it is May the 12th, 2026. Welcome to another episode of Driveway with Jeremy, where I sit in my $25 dollar store chair in the driveway of my home, and I tell you and talk to you about the things that's got me going for the day. And today, I'm ready for today. I'm ready for today. If you see the header of this video, it is Lane Kiffin, Vanity Fair, and LSU football. Now, before I go on my small little rant here, I'm an American, okay? I've rode a horse. I know how to saddle a horse. I've floated a keg. I've drank night train out of a bottle. I've had Purple Passion out of a 2-liter. I've smoked Marlboro Reds, Marlboro Lights, Winston Heavies, Winston Lights. You know, I've sat at a poker table before. I mean, I'm not ashamed of anything that I've done in my past. But Lane Kiffin, you have got to be the biggest, steamiest pile of cow dung in an Arkansas field that I have ever seen smeltering in my entire life. Now, let me set the context for you. Lane Kiffin is currently the football coach of Louisiana State University. Was the prior coach at Ole Miss University. This coach went on Vanity Fair and did an article in an interview, and he basically said that the reason why he couldn't recruit and win a national championship in Ole Miss was because of Ole Miss's mascot and the city of Oxford, Mississippi. Now listen, Lane Kiffin might be a good coach. He's a button pusher 101, probably the top at 101. But to try to olive branch and use some sort of racism that the reason why you couldn't win a national championship at Ole Miss was because of their mascot and the city of Oxford and the state of Mississippi, that is about as low as you can go in my personal opinion. I mean, I've just got to say it, and I'm not ashamed to say it. I'm going to say it because it's freedom of speech. You're a scumbag, dude. You're an absolute scumbag in the year of 2026. So now you've went on to LSU and you're getting paid millions of dollars. You know, I didn't see it the whole 6 years that you were at Ole Miss, that you went on Vanity Fair or Sports Illustrated or did any type of your social media on Twitter or anything like that talking about how you hated the state of Mississippi and you couldn't recruit any football players because of the university. No, dude, that's not it. That's not it. That's not it. That's not it at all. You're a scumbag, brother. You are a scumbag. You're a scumbag who makes millions and millions and millions of dollars off of the youth of this country, promising them a dream to come to their university that hardworking blue-collar taxpayers spend their money to go and watch for the enjoyment of the sport and the game, and you have to olive branch off into something messy like that. You're a scumbag, dude. There's no way that you can convince me that Ole Miss University doesn't go out of their way. Matter of fact, I think anybody can challenge me on statistics if they want to, but I do believe that the majority of that university has well moved past this whole racism and segregation. You cannot keep poking this bear. It is 2026. You're a scumbag, Lane Kiffin, and Vanity Fair ought to be ashamed for putting that article out there, and I hope Louisiana State University loses every single football game this year as you the header, and sometime during the life here before I pass away that you are somehow found up in some sort of scandal that you're involved in, and you never coach the youth of this country again. Coach a game of football and stay out of Vanity Fair. That is today's Driveway with Jeremy. Sorry it was a little heated, but that dude's a scumbag. Just an absolute scumbag. And if you send your children to be coached by him, I would second guess it 100%. Y'all have a great rest of your day. Enjoy this sunlight because it's a beautiful day in the great state of Arkansas.